Welcome to Crochet After Dark, podcast episode number 3. In today's video, I'm going to share with you 2 finished objects, as well as the 2 new works in progress or WIPs that replace them. At the end of the video, I want to talk to you about a recent purchase that I made, and I'd love to get some of your feedback regarding that. Let's get started with my finished objects. If you're a returning viewer, you've probably seen this blanket by now. This is my Juicy Fruits and Whipped Cream blanket. I downloaded this off of yarnspirations.com. For the white, I used Lion Brand Pound of Love. And then these beautiful ombre colors here are all Red Heart Super Saver ombre in the color Jazzy, Green Apple, and Sunny. And they really create this beautiful gradient effect that I absolutely love. This project has been in progress for over a year. In a previous video, I asked my channel viewers what kind of border they thought I should add, and one of the viewers suggested this beautiful front post, back post ribbing, and I think it turned out great. I thought about making the border a little bit wider, but I didn't want it to detract from the beautiful shell pattern that this blanket has. I'm really excited to have this blanket done, and unfortunately it's summer here and this blanket's pretty heavy, so I'm gonna have to put it away until winter, but I can't wait to bring it out next fall. Next up is this open mesh top I made for my daughter. She saw me working on that hat project you may have seen in a previous episode and said, "Hey mom, do you think you could stop working on that and make me a shirt? I'd really love to wear a mesh shirt to school this week." So she showed me a couple patterns on Pinterest, and I was able to find a YouTube tutorial which I followed, so I'll be sure to link that. I'm going to pop in a video of her wearing this. She looks super cute. Before we get into this week's works in progress, I'd love it if you'd give this video a like if you're enjoying the content so far. With 2 works in progress turned into finished objects this week, I was able to start 2 new works in progress, and I'd love to share those with you. First up is a beautiful lacy shell pattern that I found in a vintage crochet book. I love the way the shells and the chains create this beautiful kind of lace pattern, and the stitch itself has some texture as well. I'll be making a rectangular shawl per my viewer's request out of this, and I'm so loving how it's working up so far. For this shawl, I'm using Lion Brand Mandala Sparkle in the colorway Ametrine, and I'm loving the color variation that it has and how it's beautifully self-striping. The foundation row for this pattern is a little bit of a pain. What I did was I added stitch markers because you have to be sure that you get your stitch count right. After the foundation row, it's a simple 1 row repeat and very suitable even for a beginner crocheter. I have most of the tutorial filmed and would love to get your feedback on something. When you watch a stitch tutorial, would you like to see a completed project done in that stitch? In this case, as part of the tutorial, would you like to see the finished shawl? Or are you okay with just seeing a sample, how the sample works up so that you can get started on the pattern right away? I want to make sure I'm creating the content that you guys want to see. And for some patterns, like this one that's just a simple stitch repeat, I can film the tutorial for the stitch before I complete the project that I'm working on and get it to you guys sooner. But I want to make sure that I'm providing a video that's inspiring to you. And so I want to see, are you more inspired by trying the new stitch, or are you inspired by looking at a finished project and then imagining what you can create using the tutorial? Let me know in the comments below. That would really help me make a decision as far as when to release this tutorial. If you saw the YouTube short I made earlier this week, you would have seen me picking the colors for my next WIP. This blanket is going to be using Lion Brand Mandala Ombre in the colorway Chi, and I'm pairing that with Lion Brand Basic Stitch in the color White. This is what I have going so far. I started with 5 rows of this corner to corner stitch in white, and now I've been repeating 4 rows in each color. I love how this yarn has this beautiful variegation, even though it's staying kind of in the same purple family. For this project, I knew there could be a lot of ends, so one of the things I'm doing is carrying that yarn up the side to try to minimize the number of ends I'm going to weave in. Although this is looking like a basic stripe, I do have something fun planned for this, and I'll be able to reveal that in the coming weeks, and I will be making a tutorial for this blanket as well. That's it for the whips. Let me know in the comments which of the two is your favorite so far. Finally, I want to tell you what I did yesterday. So I'm filming this video Friday morning, the same day I'm going to publish it. And yesterday was Thursday, when I normally film in the evenings. I did a thing. I was spring cleaning and I needed some supplies, so I needed to go to Target. And on the way to my Target is Michael's. So, you know, I thought I'd stop in, see what they had. I've been seeing all these Michael's clearance videos. So I may have picked up 1 or 2 things. And then when I went to Target, I may have picked up something to put those 1 or 2 things in. And that thing I bought may have been a new yarn cubby. So I guess what I'm asking you is, would you like to see what I purchased at Michael's? Would you like to see how I organized that into my new yarn cubby? If so, leave a comment below. I've really enjoyed talking all things yarn and crochet with you guys today. Until next time, keep calm and crochet on.